So I'm Stuart Wiltshire. I'm 36 years old. I've been glass making for 20 years now. The scope of glass is unbelievable. It's interesting. I need something really interesting to keep my mind satisfied all the time, sort of thing. And glass is the main, the thing for me. But with glass, you can, blow a shape, reheat it, reshape it again, add colours to it. The main ingredient of glass is silica sand, and that's about 1120 degrees that I work at. If you compare that to molten rock from a volcano, it's about 1100 degrees. They call it David Attenborough. But then, so when I tell the kids that when they come in, my glass is 20 degrees hotter than lava from a volcano, they're like, wow, they can't believe it. That's it, they're glued then, want to watch what you're making. I began glass blowing in 1996. I actually started doing something else, wasn't earning very good money. Heard that's taken on glass carriers at Dartington Crystal and just started, got the job carrying wine glasses, put them in the oven, which was actually pretty boring, going back and forward. But then I started playing around with the glass during my dinner times and that, and one of the Swedish guys who was in charge said, "You've got a natural talent for this, boy, you stick to it and you'll make something of it." So ever since he said that, I just practiced every dinner time, was determined to learn as much as I could along the way. I ended up, when I was 18, 19, moved to Sweden. So the same bloke who told me I would be pretty good when I was older, when I was 16, I was getting held back, or I wanted to learn a bit faster sort of thing. And he said his brother ran a glass factory in Sweden called Orrefors, which is one of the biggest companies in the world, and they was crying out for youngsters over there at the time. So he got me and my mate Lee a job in Sweden. So we jumped on a flight and a train and went to Sweden. Moved to Hofmantorp. I come back from Sweden because my missus was homesick. I was only 19, she was 18, and her little brother and sister was 2 or 3 years old, and we'd been over there about a year, and she was hearing them on the phone, missing this, missing that. So we ended up coming home. Just the village, we lived in the most beautiful, stunning village you could imagine. We had a house on the edge of a 26-kilometre lake, and it would freeze solid in the winter. It was stunning. If I was now 36, I would love to live where we lived then with my kids. When we was 18 and 19, it was such a quiet town, it was like a ghost town. You could walk a mile to the shop, but you wouldn't see a car, a person, or nothing. After months and months and months, we had to go all the way to the city to go out, for a beer or anything, like 18, 19-year-olds do. Just a bit too quiet for us. I loved the work, but then we would finish work at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, then you got all evening, all weekend. You ended up missing people, missing family, friends, thinking we're missing out on loads of stuff. And when we come back from Sweden, it's like nothing's even changed. It's back to normal. I only opened my own studio 6.5 years ago. So I come back from Sweden when I was like 21. I ended up leaving glassmaking for about a year and then going doing all odd jobs like forklift driving and stuff. And then Darton and Bristol called me and offered me a job back about a year later. And that's when I went into the studio in the visitor centre and I'd learned to make animals, elephants, penguins, pigs, and do demonstrations. So the kids would come right up like within half a metre of me to watch, really up close making animals and stuff. And that's where all my ideas started growing for doing this, like by a seaside resort on my own. The first 3 years, I was sleeping on the floor, not going home, couldn't afford to travel home and stuff like that. The last year or two, it took 6 years to get me running more stable. But now, on a typical day, I come in, I empty the oven from yesterday's glass, leave that cooling down for half an hour, while I do my emails, then go back out and do the finishing from yesterday, any grinding and polishing. I do a lot of glass blowing experiences now, probably 15, 20 a week. And with my commissions I get from interior design companies, I'm just constantly juggling jobs all the time. I get a lot of people send me broken lampshades, old Victorian lampshades, to restore them or remake them. People with chipped wine glasses or sentimental glasses that's broken. That's a bit more boring doing the code side of it. It's all got to be done, all the little jobs add up. There's not really a particular product I do make in the studio. I make anything from lighting, hand-blown lighting, to animals, small animals when I get kids in, like tourists, to want to watch me making stuff. But most of my work is commission work, like lighting, chandeliers, single pendants, different multicoloured pendants for all interior design companies mainly. That is my main work, is interior design companies. I don't really look at myself like I'm my own boss. I'm just a glass blower that's been lucky to get my own business and love my job and be my own boss sort of thing. I get people come in every day saying like, you're amazing, your job's amazing, and like all that spurs you on. Then to me, I just think, yes, I've done it every day for like 20 years now, haven't I? Just like any one of their job, like a doctor or a nurse, it takes years and years to learn. Once you've learnt it, you just got to master it yourself and perfect it yourself. Which is all I do now. I'm still learning every day all the time. Learning new products, new ways of making them, sussing out the best way to make it. I get a really good feeling making from the kids' reaction, really. When I got kids watching making animals, and it's everyday stuff to me because I'm doing it all the time now. You see it day in, day out. When you see a little kid come in who's never seen it before, the look on their face is unbelievable. When you tell them how hot it is, and you make something and pull a shape into a horse or something, they're like, even like the naughtiest kids are like just glued to me like that. Can't take their eyes off it. That's what keeps me going, just the reaction I get from people, customers, clients.